Imagine waking up to the blare of a bullhorn at dawn. Your peaceful floating home surrounded by police boats. All because your nosy HOA president decided your lifestyle was a threat to property values. That's exactly what happened to me. But little did she know, her petty vendetta would unravel a web of theft and hypocrisy that had the whole neighborhood cheering her downfall. Buckle up, folks. This tale of a so-called community guardian turning into a laughingstock criminal is packed with irony that'll have you smirking through the rage. I never thought I'd be the guy spilling tea on YouTube about HOA drama. But here we are. Call me Alex Turner, a 47-year-old graphic designer who's always preferred pixels over people. After a messy divorce that left me with a stack of therapy bills and a newfound allergy to suburban pretense, I needed a reset. My aunt's old lakeside bungalow on Whisper Lake had been gathering dust since she passed. So I inherited it and figured it was time to turn it into my sanctuary. But the place was a fixer-upper nightmare. Leaky roof, ancient wiring, floors that creaked like they were auditioning for a horror flick. No way was I crashing there during renovations. Enter my genius plan, a custom houseboat. I'd always tinkered with boats on weekends, rigging up solar panels and eco-friendly gadgets. Why not live on the water while I hammered away at the bungalow? Picture this. Mornings with coffee steaming in the crisp air, the gentle lap of waves against the hull, and zero neighbors breathing down my neck. Whisper Lake was your typical American slice of paradise. About 250 homes hugging the shoreline, a mix of old-school locals with rusty fishing poles, yuppie retirees in golf carts, and families chasing that Instagram-perfect lake life. Everyone nodded hello at the marina, shared grilling tips, and mostly minded their own business. Mostly. Then there was the Whisper Shores HOA lording over 70% of the properties like it was their divine right. And ruling that fiefdom? Evelyn Cartwright, the queen bee who'd swooped in 4 years ago after retiring from some corporate HR gig where she probably excelled at writing passive-aggressive memos. Evelyn was the epitome of that polished, pearl-clutching type, perfectly coiffed silver bob that screamed, "I tip my stylist extra to make it a movable outfit straight out of a country club catalog, and a smile so saccharine it could give you diabetes." She lived in the McMansion of the lake, complete with a husband named Harold, who blended into the wallpaper like a forgotten houseplant. But don't let the charm fool you. Evelyn had a talent for turning community standards into a weapon. She'd nitpick flower bed colors, send certified letters about mailbox heights, and once tried to ban holiday lights because they disrupted the aesthetic harmony. Her emails always ended with, "For the betterment of our cherished neighborhood." Like she was Mother Teresa in Lululemon. Me? I kept my head down. My houseboat was moored off my aunt's dock, fully permitted by county regs, solar-powered, eco-compliant, with bells and whistles like auto-bilge pumps and LED NAV lights that could impress a yacht club snob. I wasn't bothering anyone, just floating there like a chill aquatic tiny home. But Evelyn, oh, she noticed. Started subtle, like a bad rom-com plot. One afternoon, I'm varnishing the deck when her golf cart hums up. "Mr. Turner," she calls out, clipboard in hand, voice all honeyed concern. "I'm sure you're aware that unconventional dwellings can set precedents. We wouldn't want to lower the tone, now would we?" I nodded politely, explained the permits, but her eyes narrowed like I just confessed to running a floating casino. "Well, standards must be upheld," she sniffed, snapping a photo before puttering away. That was the opening salvo. Soon, anonymous notes appeared in my mailbox. "Eyesore on the water. Think of the values." Whispers at the lake store about that divorced loner trashifying the view. I bit my tongue, observed. See, after my ex spread rumors that I was unstable during the divorce, I'd learned to watch, wait, and document. Little did Evelyn know, her standards crusade was about to crack wide open. It escalated faster than a viral TikTok. 2 weeks in, I'm tweaking the solar rig at sunrise when engines roar. Sheriff's patrol boat, environmental enforcement skiff, and Evelyn trailing in her gleaming speedboat like a self-appointed admiral. The deputy boards, all official. Reports of an unpermitted structure violating waterway codes. I invite the inspection, calm as lake glass. Turns out my build was overkill, triple redundant safety systems, greener than her hybrid SUV. The deputy whistles. This is pro-level work, sir. Who engineered it? Me, I reply, glancing at Evelyn bobbing nearby, her face puckering like she'd sucked a lemon. She blurts over the radio, "But the aesthetics, it's practically a shanty." The deputy shoots her a look that says, "Lady, stick to your garden gnomes." As they wrap up, he mentions multiple complaints filed under fake names. Bingo, harassment. That afternoon, I filed a counter-report, citing selective enforcement. Evelyn fined the Ramirez family for gaudy dock flags, but ignored her cronies' oversized gazebos. My designers I kicked in. I started a digital log, timestamps, screenshots of her drive-by photos, audio notes of her casual chats that dripped with condescension. Neighbors started confiding. She cited my kid's trampoline as a visual nuisance, but her pals' hot tub parties? Fine. Old Mrs. Harlow whispered about noise complaints for her early bird watching. It was a pattern. Evelyn targeted outsiders while her inner circle got passes. I smirked inwardly. Her trit order facade was fraying. The real kicker hit at the next HOA meeting. The community hall smelled of stale coffee and desperation, folding chairs groaning under tense butts. Evelyn strides in, PowerPoint ready, projecting graphs of declining prestige with my houseboat circled in red like a crime scene. "Fellow stewards," she intones, voice quivering with faux passion. "If we permit such novelties, what's next? Houseboats multiplying like rabbits? Our values plummet." Murmurs ripple. Some nod, fearing Zillow dips. Others shift uncomfortably. Harold slumps in the back, avoiding eye contact. Q&A time, I stand coolly. "Evelyn, care to explain why my permitted boat offends? But the Wilkins dock extension, 3 feet over code, gets a blind eye?" The room hushes. She stammers. "That's under review." Liar. Laughter bubbles from the back. Subtle, but there. Post-meeting, certified mail arrives. Emergency vote on non-conforming vessels. 30 days to ban my home. Oh, the irony, her democratic move reeked of dictatorship. But she underestimated the lake's undercurrent. I didn't rally with speeches. I chatted docksides, over bait buckets. "Mr. Ramirez." She shut down our barbecues for excess vehicles. But her wine tastings, limos galore. Widow Klein. Find my garden gnomes as clutter, yet her lawn statues? Art. Grassroots brood. And digging into finances? My divorce sharpened my skepticism. HOA books showed beautification. Spends of $35,000 with 0 visible upgrades. Docks rotting, paths cracked. Consulting fees to Cartwright Associates? Owned by her nephew. $22,000 yearly for advisory. A Google dive confirmed the nepotism. Her aggression wasn't just ego. It was cover for the cash grab. The vote night crackles with tension. Hall overflows, air thick with burnt popcorn from the ancient machine. Evelyn's slideshow warns of aquatic anarchy, but Mr. Ramirez rises. "I've boated here 25 years. Evelyn's rules would junk my canoe. This ain't protection. It's control." Votes tally. Failed, 52 to 38. Evelyn's composure cracks. Lips purse, eyes dart like a trapped fox. She doubles down, lawyering up with city sharks charging premium for intimidation letters. Mine arrives. Cease nuisance or face suit. I chuckle on my deck, heron dipping nearby. Post-divorce legal scars? This was amateur hour. Her lawyer's deep dive boomerangs. My boat aces every reg, but uncovers her own violations. Her dock juts illegally, blocking a public access point. Cosmic joke. Board elections loom. Whispers nominate me. Alex fights back without yelling. They say. I win 82%. Applause thundering. Evelyn, stone-faced. First order full audit. Enter forensic with Lena Kim, my divorce numbers guru. Red flags everywhere, bogus invoices, padded expenses. The nephew's services? Phantom water tests, fake landscaping. Total skim, $142,000. Evelyn's standards funded her lifestyle. Spa trips billed as community outreach. We build the case quietly, her desperation mounting. Panic sets in. Evelyn hires a PR firm, spreading smears. That unstable divorcee is on a witch hunt, but it flops. Neighbors recall her own antics. She deletes files at the office. I catch her mid-purge. Just tidying. She squeaks, sweat beading. I drop. Data recovery's my side gig. Nothing's ever truly gone. Her pallor? Priceless. Feds seize computers. Backups nail her obstruction. She PIs my ex-boss, backfires with glowing refs. Alex? Honest to a fault. Community barbecues rally support. Her vendetta meeting? We tip media. Hall swarms with press. Evelyn's defense crumbles as audits go viral. She melts down. I took funds for standards. To keep riff-raff out. Mask off, racist undertones spill. Neighbors bolt. Arrests follow. Charges. Embezzlement. Fraud. Racketeering across HOAs. Assets frozen. She flees town. Lake heels, fair rules, real fixes. Me? Still floating, vindicated. But here's the twist that lingers. Was Evelyn the real villain? Or just a product of a system that lets petty tyrants thrive unchecked? Drop your take below, right or wrong, and why.